What's going on, fantasy football fans? I'm your host, Hussein the Brain, and you're watching The Couch. Welcome to my Week 4 DFS NFL picks video. Before I get into my picks, I want to let you guys know about a special offer I have going on right now. I'm launching another contest. Last week's contest was a huge success. Only thing bad about it was only 15 players. It filled up within 2 hours of uploading the video for Week 3. So for Week 4, I talked to FanDuel. I got a special deal for you guys. I was able to set up a 55-player tournament. That means you won't be struggling to enter. Spots do fill up fast. Like I said, 15 spots filled up within 2 hours last week. So make sure you hop on it right now. This is what you do. You follow the first link below. Sign up, create an account, use promo code FANTASYCOUCH. The promo code should already be there, but just in case, you have to make sure you use promo code FANTASYCOUCH. After you created an account, as a bonus, you'll get the FanDuel 5-pack. You'll be able to play in 5 free beginner contests. Then what you want to do after that, after you have an account, so you follow that link, it'll take you straight to the contest. Pick a team, hit the submit button before it fills up. It's 55 players, but it will fill up soon as well. So make sure you do that right away if you want to enter. So a little bit about the contest. It's $2 to enter. Top 13 win a cash prize, and me, to show my appreciation to you guys, I will be giving the winner an NFL jersey. That real stuff, not no pirated stuff. Up to $100 jersey off NFL Shop. I want to shout out last week's winner, Afro Shet Boy. That's his username. He got first place. He's gonna get a green Aaron Rodgers jersey. So make sure you guys sign up. Good luck this week, and FanDuel guys, accepting the contest, because I'm entering and I plan to win. And here are my Week 4 DFS picks for daily fantasy football. You know how we like to do on this show. We like to start off with the kicker and defense first, pick some cheap options, then go through the rest of our lineups, the important positions, the ones that we can project easier, the ones we can have an easier time to predict. And if we have money left over, we can spend up on, let's say, a defense. Last week, not a lot of kickers stood out to me. This week, kickers do stand out to me. There's a ton of options at defense, though. Let's go through the kickers really quick. My top 3 in order, projected kickers. They're too expensive, but still, my top 3 kickers this week, as far as projected fantasy points goes. Number 1, Justin Tucker, 5,100. Number 2, Stephen Gostkowski, Patriots kicker, 5,200. He's the most expensive kicker per usual. And number 3, Adam Vinatieri. He's kicking on the early Sunday games, and he's 4,800. He's playing in London. So last week for the tournament, I did all the games. So it was 16 NFL games. This week we want to keep it more simple. We're doing Sunday only, not including the London game, which is played at like 6 a.m. or something crazy like that. I want to keep it more simple and just end it Sunday. So Sunday starting 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, and ending with the Sunday night game. That's the slate for this week's exclusive Fantasy Couch tournament. I like the Cardinals kicker, Chandler Catanzaro, and also the Cowboys kicker, Dan Bailey, a lot. They are priced $4,600, so $100 above minimum price. So let's not pick them just yet. We don't like to spend up on kickers. My 3 sleeper kickers at minimum price are Phil Dawson, Josh Lambo, and Mike Nugent, who's playing Thursday night. So that's going to be too late for you guys to enter, but those are my 3 sleeper kickers. My 2 obvious cash game kickers. And this is a no-brainer, guys. Everyone's going to be picking Blair Walsh. Excellent matchup. Great kicker. He's been playing really well the past few games in his career. And, of course, the Washington kicker, Dustin Hopkins. Those 2 are going to be great kickers. With those guys there's almost no reason to really spend up on a kicker unless you're doing like an alternative GPP lineup or an alternative lineup where you have a lot of money, salary room left over, and you want to get like Catanzaro or Bailey. I do kind of understand, but we would probably rather spend up on like a defense or any other position, especially like QB, running back, or wide receiver. As I mentioned before, defenses, there's a ton of options here. Not a lot stick out. Let's start off with the absolute cheapest defense. I love the Falcons D as a crazy high-risk punt. Okay, at 4,000, that's not that bad. The Panthers lost one game last year, and that was to the Falcons. I believe it was a game in Atlanta. I mean, I'm pretty sure, but regardless, it doesn't really matter. They're playing in Atlanta this week, so that's going to be a plus for the Falcons D. And Falcons D is not that good. It's slated to be a high-scoring game, so I'm not crazy about this defense, but I had to mention them as a great punt this week. You know, just a different type of strategy. Like, hey, I don't want to invest too much in a defense. It's hard to project. Another great cheap defense is the Titans D going against the Texans. The Titans are playing at home. This is slated to be one of the lowest scoring, probably the lowest scoring game, as Vegas has it, this week. So that's a really sneaky start right there. Only 4,100 for the Titans D. 49ers defense going against the Cowboys. They're playing at home. This is nothing more than a crazy high-risk GPP pick. I wrote the Bills defense on my notes this week just because of the Patriots quarterback situation. I truly believe either Garoppolo or Brissett will start. Not sure, and you know, it's tough to really see. We'll see what happens after Friday's practice, but both these guys have been practicing. So, you know, I just wrote them there as a note to make sure you guys keep tabs on the Patriots quarterback's injuries. Another crazy GPP pick is the Giants defense going against the Vikings. Everyone's like, oh, Vikings D, so awesome. It is, but Giants D a little bit underrated, so that's a nice sneaky start. Keep in mind, they do play Monday night, so that's not in the main slate. Main slate is what the tournament I'm hosting in, which is just, I think, is it 12 games? It's all the games except for Thursday, the London game, and Monday night game. So yeah, I believe that is 12 NFL games right there. Probably my best value pick, like I don't like to spend too much on defenses usually, would probably have to go the Ravens D. That's like the defense I'm most comfortable with in a cash game. It's only 4,400, so let's stick them in there before we go to the rest of the lineup. I like the Raiders D and Texans D as some high-risk GPP picks, knowing that J.J. Watt is out. The Texans D will be a contrarian pick. Raiders D is a really sneaky pick at 4,500. I also like decent value right here. Patriots D, 4,500. Washington defense, 4,600. Bengals D, 4,700. And of course, the Vikings D at 4,700. My top three defenses and the top three most expensive. They're so expensive. The Cardinals, Broncos, and Seahawks. I really like the Broncos D this week. Lots of upside, but you know, who knows, man? It's quite a bit to spend up on a defense right there. So let's put in either Blair Walsh or Hopkins, either one of those guys, to set up our rest of our cash lineup here. And let's go with the Ravens D. And we can always adjust the Ravens D if you won't need to spend less, get like the Titans D, for example. Or we can maybe spend up, get like the Broncos D or Vikings D or something like that. All right, let's go back up to the players that we can actually project more accurately. Let's go to the most important position, quarterback. Cam Newton, of course, great cash game start right there, even a good GPP start. But I love the value with Phillip Rivers. I definitely go with him in a cash game. Another great option in a cash game is Matthew Stafford. Both these guys are ideal cash game starts. Matthew Stafford, 8,300, seems kind of expensive, but actually is not. And I have to mention this is actually a really smart strategy. Brian Hoyer as a punt at 6,000, that's basically minimum price. Let's just say minimum price for any quarterback that's starting this week. You can't get cheaper than 6,000. So 6,000 for Brian Hoyer, that's really good. He's going to definitely hit the value that you need with only 6,000. And guys, I wanted to mention for high-risk GPP picks, I love Alex Smith at only 6,900 and Ben Roethlisberger at 8,400. For running backs, pretty simple here. We like to spend up usually on running backs in cash games. And my top 5 running backs this week, I mean, I love David Johnson, but he's the most expensive. There's better value here. For example, Le'Veon Bell, boom. Le'Veon Bell is my favorite running back this week. I think he's going to bring good value. You got Ezekiel Elliott, C.J. Anderson, Melvin Gordon, and LeGarrette Blount at only 7,500. I mean, he's great in cash games. The price is just maybe a tad too high for me. I mean, it's not bad, but you know, 7,500 is not the most amazing value. I'd rather make sure I have Le'Veon Bell. Mark Ingram is good. Carlos Hyde is good. I like Matt Jones in a GPP. But this week, to save money, I might go with Jordan Howard, only 5,600. And the Bears don't really have a lot of running backs on their roster, so Jordan Howard's going to be the guy. I'm expecting at least 20 touches for this guy. I'd be shocked if he gets less than 14 touches. So I love this. Great matchup. 5,600. You know he's going to hit value. I also want to mention Duke Johnson and Dwayne Washington. Duke Johnson's 5,400. Probably don't want to start him in any lineup except if Crowell is out completely. Then Duke Johnson's value goes skyrocketing up. Also Dwayne Washington at Chicago. Not a good defense. Only 4,500. He's nothing more than a punt though. Not obsessed with putting Dwayne Washington in my lineup. Almost no confidence in that. I do like the price tag though. Minimum price 4,500. For wide receivers in a cash game, you have to put Antonio Brown in there, right? I mean, talking about, you know, the traditional season-long leagues, like I drafted Odell Beckham, number 2 overall in both my leagues, as you guys probably seen on the videos. Julio Jones, I mean, people were saying in the comments, why didn't you go Julio Jones? Look at how Julio's doing. He's like, is he even a top 20 wide receiver this week, this season so far? I mean, he'll pick it up, but gosh, look at Odell Beckham. He's doing good, but not really what you expect out of a top 3 fantasy pick. And look at Antonio Brown. He's doing exactly what you expected. He's so awesome. When the team does bad, he does well. When he doesn't get a touchdown, he still gets 10 plus catches. So I really like the floor of Antonio Brown. And if he sneaks in a touchdown, wow, huge bonus right there for you. 9,400, super expensive, but in a cash game, I love it. That's why I'm spending minimum price on kicker, and I'd even be willing to put Howard in my lineup, definitely, to be able to spend up on a wide receiver like Antonio Brown. Julio Jones, like, this guy's being nothing more than a GPP play now. He is not a guy you want to count on, but at 8,500, that's not that bad. Same thing with Odell Beckham. That's more of a GPP play. Let's go into some more great value picks. Kelvin Benjamin, 7,700 in what could be the highest scoring game this week, guys. I really like this one. Kelvin Benjamin in Atlanta. He should be really good. I like the price point. I put it like that. Jarvis Landry, kind of hard to see a guy with a higher floor than Jarvis Landry other than Antonio Brown. Only 7,200. He plays Thursday night though. Last week, I was right on a lot of picks. Like Phillip Rivers didn't throw any touchdowns. He actually did pretty good. He put up over 300 yards. No touchdowns though, unfortunately. That's just luck. I was wrong about the wide receivers though. They didn't really hit. Great on the running backs though. My running backs did good. Quarterback was so-so. And this week, it's okay, man. I'm picking the same wide receivers again, like I did in the last video. You can't just be like, oh, they had one bad game. Stop. I'm not picking them. That's immature. Don't do that. Don't be harsh. Don't put too much emotion into it. I love Travis Benjamin. Only 6,600 in what could be like the second highest scoring game, Saints and Chargers. It should be a high scoring matchup there. Philip Dorsett, absolutely love him this week against the Jaguars. Keep in mind that's the London game, early Sunday. And Terrell Williams, only 6,400. I like Devontae Parker and Allen Hurns, only really as high-risk starts. Keep in mind they play Thursday and early Sunday, respectively. Some sneaky starts might be Steve Smith and Ted Ginn Jr. Michael Thomas again. Hey, I was kind of right about him last week, though, huh? He did pretty good. Michael Thomas, 5,300, not bad. And Cole Beasley, only 5,200. If Willie Snead can't go, I got the ultimate cheap wide receiver, guys. Brandon Coleman going against the Chargers, 4,600. But only if Snead is out. If Snead plays, do not pick Brandon Coleman. For tight ends, the two elite guys is Olsen and Reed. Hands down, they're also the two most expensive guys. Rob Gronkowski is nothing more than a high-risk pick, and I don't love him as a contrarian pick this week because you will have some noobs playing in those big pool GPPs, okay? The ones that aren't if it's like not more than 20, 25 bucks to get in, you'll have some noobs, some total beginners that don't even play a lot of fantasy in there, and they'll see the name Gronkowski and might pick him. They don't even watch a lot of football. Not saying that's a huge effect, but it will happen this week, and it won't be as much of a contrarian pick as you'd like. So not totally worth it at that price point. I like Kelsey. A guy I do love as a high-risk GPP pick is Jimmy Graham. 6,400 is actually a decent price for him. Jason Witten, even cheaper, 6,000 going against the Niners. Niners play at a high tempo with Chip Kelly. Love that pick there. Des Bryant's not going to play this week. Julius Thomas is going to be slept on. He is hurt, so monitor his Friday practice or however the last practice before the game, whether it be Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. So monitor that. He plays in London. And Kyle Rudolph, super cheap at 5,600. We got some more great cheap tight ends this week, guys. Fleener, a little bit of risk right there, but 5,400. We see how he did. Each week he keeps improving. He keeps getting better and better. So a little bit of risk there, but I do absolutely love it. Dennis Pitta, only 5,400 going against the Raiders. Love this pick. Great in cash games. Cameron Brate, now the official tight end 1 on the Bucs now that they dropped Austin Seferian-Jenkins. So, man, I do like him. I like him a lot. 5,300 going against the Broncos. Very risky, though. Not one you want to count on. Man, it's going to be tough to really beat this value here, though. Zach Miller going against Detroit Lions at home. The Bears are at home. That's going to be really hard to beat. That is a great value pick right there. I believe I don't have it in my notes here, I believe he is a 4,800. He's definitely cheaper than Brate. So he's going to be a great value. That's hard to beat right there, guys. Zach Miller going against the Lions, terrible defense, and the Bears should need to throw the ball a little bit this game. Jack Doyle is 4,800. I want to note Mercedes Lewis, 4,600, and Hunter Henry at 4,500. Those guys are worth maybe considering if Julius Thomas is out and if Gates is out, respectively, on their teams. And the cheapest tight end this week is Jesse James. Doesn't have a lot of upside if he does not grab a touchdown, though. He's minimum price 4,500. And those are all my picks for week 4. Make sure you guys enter the contest this week. So just follow the instructions below. It's all there. After you create an account, use promo code FANTASYCOUCH. Then you enter in the tournament. It's the link right below. 55 players, $2 to enter. Top 13 get a cash prize, and the first place winner gets an NFL jersey, a player of your choice, up to $100 on NFLshop.com. I'll give that to you for the first place winner. I'll be entering this week. My podcast co-host Mike Mattal will be entering this week. Try to get a couple more Fantasy Couch guys on there. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I wish you guys good luck on FanDuel on all your lineups, except in the contest, because I want to win that one. I'm really competitive, guys. Make sure you guys like the video, leave a comment, subscribe. I appreciate all the support you guys have been getting. If there's any picks you think are awesome, great value picks, leave a comment below. Let me know if there's any picks you think I missed. I love to hear from you guys. I'll see you guys on the next video.